Spain and Germany have offered entertaining football so far in the tournament. While part of the favorites for the trophy prefer the more cautious, tactical approach in their games so far, both Spain and Germany adopted a direct style of play, utilizing very well their strengths. For this reason, at least for me, this is the most anticipated game, as it will be a clash of direct, expansive football, and I'm curious which of the teams is going to take the step back, if any. Spain dominated their group, winning 3 out of 3 games, scoring 5 goals and conceding none. The only team that managed to score against them was Georgia through an own goal. Spain overwhelmed all their opponents so far, adopting a pressing game and pushing their opponents as close to their goal as possible, even Italy. On the other hand, even though they won their group, Germany dropped points against Switzerland and barely managed to draw that game thanks to their super sub Niklas Füllkrug. Germany have utilized the direct style of play, man marking up top and pressing their opponents, forcing their mistake. Spain has fielded a 4-3-3 formation so far, and for the first time in many years, they managed to integrate wingers in their possession game, and it shows. A sweeper keeper on defend duty in goal. The duty for this player does not matter if the goalkeeper is vigilant and protects the goal. In front of him, a back four made of 2 fullbacks on attack duty and 2 ball-playing defenders on defend duty. The fullback role was preferred instead of the wingback one, as the fullbacks advanced gradually while the team was in possession. Also, if we look at the instructions assigned to each role, we notice that the wingbacks are told to cross from byline, which is something the Spanish defenders did not do so far. They are both told to stay wider to provide their teammates with the width needed to avoid the opposition's pressing game. Marc Cucurella has cut inside quite often, switching places with both Nico Williams and Fabian Ruiz. As assigning an inverted wingback role would be a stretch in this case, I asked the player to cut inside with the ball to make him cut inside when the opportunity arises. In front of them, Rodri is assigned a regista role. This is because Rodri has been the passing hub of the team, dispatching the ball wherever needed. He's asked to shoot more often to mimic his style of play. Fabian Ruiz and Pedri are assigned the mezzala and the center midfielder role on support duty. Fabian Ruiz was assigned the mezzala role as he took up wider positions when Nico Williams or Marc Cucurella cut inside. And Pedri may have seemed to play under the radar so far, but his work was tremendously important for his team as he got further forward and either dragged an opponent onto him or linked up play between the right flank and the midfield areas. Get further forward and run from position as player instructions for him, and the front 3 are assigned winger on support, inverted winger on attack, and the pressing forward on attack duty. Lamine Yamal wasn't as expansive as Nico Williams and seemed to hug the touchline more often than his teammate. While Nico Williams seemed to be the most dangerous out of the Spanish players, the inverted winger role player instructions seem to have been created for him. I only added a roam from position instruction as the player looked for space and moved into it when possible. And Alvaro Morata is the player nagging the opponents, doing anything possible to move into channels and getting into goal-scoring opportunities. His mentality, positive and sometimes attacking, may be against Georgia. In possession, fairly wide attacking width, play out of defense, shorter passing directness and a slightly higher tempo. Low crosses and work the ball into the box. Spain has crowded the opposition's box, sometimes overwhelming their opponent's defense, and run a defense as Spain attacked the opposition's box whenever the chance appeared. In transition, counter-press, counter and distribute the ball to the defense through short kicks. Out of possession, high press and a much higher defensive line. The much higher defensive line helps overwhelming the opponent as any ball breaking the counter-press is then taken over by the remaining defenders. Trigger press more often and prevent the goalkeeper short distribution. While Germany is going to use a 4-2-3-1 formation most likely, with a sweeper keeper on attack duty in goal. It's Manuel Neuer after all. A back four made of 2 wingbacks on attack duty and 2 ball-playing defenders on defend duty. The wingbacks and the wingers' movements are Germany's most important assets so far, besides Toni Kroos's passes. The 2 players in front of them are assigned the regista and the defensive midfielder role on support duty. To be honest, the regista role is the closest role I could find to match Toni Kroos's style of play. The important thing is to make this player drift wide and stay on the defensive line when the team is in possession, starting attacks with pinpoint passes. Of course, he is told to stay wider, and the players up top are 2 inverted wingers on support duty, 1 advanced playmaker on support, and 1 deep line forward on attack duty. The important thing for the wingers is to tuck inside when possible, making room for the wingbacks to move into. Ilkay Gundogan has been quiet so far for Germany, but this is due to him being a passing hub for his team, dispatching and creating goal-scoring opportunities for the attacking trio. And Kai Havertz was not a standard striker, being utilized as a player that could come deep to take the ball, dragging opponents onto him, or attacking the goal late in the build-up. The front four players have marked tighter as player instructions, as they man-marked their opponents, especially in the game against Denmark. As mentality, positive and sometimes attacking. In possession, fairly wide attacking width, play out of defense, slightly higher or standard passing directness, and a slightly higher tempo. Mixed crosses and runner defense. In transition, counter-press, counter, and distribute the ball to the defense through short kicks. Out of possession, high press and a higher defensive line. Trigger press more often and prevent the goalkeeper short distribution. Spain and Germany seem to have similar tactics, even though different formations. They are both direct in possession and defend fiercely and high up the pitch. If they don't shut down and cave into pressure, we might be in for quite a match.